Hi, I'm Ned, and I make games. This video is from my live stream over on twitch.tv/NedMakesGames, where I'm live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 p.m. US Eastern Time. I'd love to see you there. Alright, hey everybody. I hope you've all had a good couple of days. Yeah, I've been pretty good. Actually, today I got to work on the grass tutorial quite a bit, so I'm happy about that. Actually, probably could have finished it up today, but I thought of a good idea, so I had to go back and try it out, but that's all right. Trying to make it the best it can be. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Tonight we're going to work more on my Mario Party minigame, which is a remake of Hot Bomb. Oops, I forgot to pull it up before playing it, or before starting the stream. So this this video is provided by something called Long Play Archive, which, oh, a wonderful ad, allows me to also play it on stream, so thank you very much. Oops. But anyway, so yeah, here it is. Basically, you kind of have like, well, the bomb has like a timer, and whoever's holding the bomb when the timer goes out loses. And you can choose to toss it to any other player. So we're going to make, it's pretty simple. But since I'm on a deadline, that's not too bad. And we're going to start off with the simple version. In Mario Party 2, they added an option where you can throw the bomb faster when you catch it by pressing a catch button at just the right time. So we'll probably try to add that later too. And then I also would like to try to make this a bit more complicated game. Maybe adding some, I don't know, some just other mechanics to it, like multiple bombs with special parameters, I don't know, character skills, something like that. Which maybe we'll do that when we get the final game, or the basic game complete. Okay, but yesterday, or not yesterday, last stream, we spent a lot of time trying to get the targeting system work, and it's good. Although after the stream, I realized that the left and right, right now it's kind of absolute based on the characters left and right, whereas actually it should be based on the cameras left and right. So we'll have to go back and revisit that code, but it works for now, so it's not going to be difficult to update. So right now, like I said, I want to add a timer to the bomb, and we can start getting like a win and loss state. So we've kind of gone with a data-oriented programming style for this game. So basically, if we want to add, we can add a timer to the bomb itself. Okay, so I think I'm gonna, instead of, because there's a couple ways you could handle it. You could either just put an end time or put a progress bar, or not really a bar, a progress value. I think I'll go with the progress value because we might have something later on that would make the end time be dynamic. So then we'll just have to have another script that will just be the bomb explode manager. Okay. And sorry, just noticed something. My microphone was kind of leaning to a direction. Okay, so here we'll, okay, let's clean this up. And I think I'll just open, okay, this is fine. And we'll just grab some of this code. Okay, and then on the constructor, we get this game state class, or this state manager class, which has references to all the different state objects. Okay, and on update, yeah, I guess we'll just loop through each bomb and all right. Technically, I mean, when a bomb explodes, we should remove it from the bomb list. Well, or should we? Because technically a bomb should only explode when it's in someone's hands. So like if it explodes in the air, the timer actually will wait a bit until somebody catches it. Which I guess this class could do, but I kind of want this class just to handle the bomb progress. Okay, so maybe I should make another class and just call it bomb timer manager. I think that would be better. Okay, so for each bomb, so I guess a bomb will also need to have an explode speed. Okay, so that's pretty simple. And then the explode manager. So basically, I think how this should work is it should loop through every player and see if the player is holding an exploded bomb. And if it is, then that player should, I guess, be out. Okay, so yeah, we have this holding bombs list. And then, so I guess we just need to have a Boolean here. Is game over, so that means they are out of the game. Yeah, so I think that will work. So I guess we'll need a list of all the players as well. Okay, so this is actually the player state. So if, oh no, we loop through each player. Oh, jeez. Players count. Okay, so if, okay, no, that's fine. We got, now we've got to loop through each bomb that they're holding. Let's make a separate function for this. Player equals players P, and for each bomb that's being held right now. Yeah, so we just need to see if that bomb is exploding. Okay, and at that point we'd also remove the bomb. Yeah, so we need to remove it from the holding bombs list as well as the bomb. Yeah, the bomb state here. Or the bomb list. I think. Yeah, for now we can just delete it. For some reason, if we need some information about the bomb at some other point, we can always just cache that information in a separate list. Like if for score or something, I don't know. Anyway. So bomb ID equals player holding bombs I. Oh yeah, and then we have to get the actual bomb object using this bomb helper because the bomb ID is not the same as the index in the list. Okay, so if bomb dot explode progress is greater than 1, or greater than or equal to 1, I guess. Okay, then we need to we need to delete the bomb. Which for now I think easiest is just say bombs dot. So I don't know its index. Okay. I'm just gonna make another class, get bomb index, and then I can actually replace this function. So if I is greater than or equal to 0, then we'll return bombs I. Otherwise, yeah, just default's fine. Okay, so yeah, now we'll actually get bomb index. Okay, so if bombs bomb index explode progress is greater than or equal to 1, then it's exploded. So we will remove this bomb from the list, and we also need to remove it from the holding bombs list, which in that case means I need to, since we're looping through them, I need to loop through them backwards so that we don't accidentally process one twice. Although I guess in this case it wouldn't really matter too much, but player dot holding bombs remove at I. Okay, so we remove the bomb from the active bomb list and then also from this player's holding list, and then we also need to set the player as in the game over state, which various things will happen. Okay, so now let's add both of these new classes to our control object. So we've got the bomb load manager. Oh, right. Yeah, we can't use constructors. We just do this on start. So private void start. Forgot I was working in with mono behaviors there, I guess. All right, let's do that. And bomb timer manager also needs to be added. Okay, so okay, that was just a leftover from using the constructor there, I think. All right, so now we have this bomb. Let's tell it to explode in, I guess, 5 seconds. And okay, so a couple things I need to do before I get too far ahead. I need to make sure that the timer manager runs before the explode manager, and then the explode manager needs to run before the throw manager, because if a bomb has exploded, we need to make sure that we catch that before we try to throw it. So that should take care of that. Okay, I think that's fine. Let's just hold it for a second and see if it will explode. And then this element 0 should, yeah, it's game over. Okay, so nothing happens right now, but obviously when a character is in game over, they shouldn't be able to throw any bombs. Also, people shouldn't be able to throw things to them. Yeah, so we'll need to take that into account. But I'm gonna have to I need to update the throwing stuff anyway to and I meant to set up my gamepad before the stream so we could try to add gamepad support. I forgot to do that. Well, we'll see. If we'll just do other stuff, and then I don't know, if I run out of things to do, then we'll try to set it up on a break or something. But anyway, okay. So first thing, okay, this updates throws. The throw manager starts a throw. So yeah, we need to make sure that player is game over as false. And okay, so then in the throw. Okay, so actually when what happens to a player if they go into a game over state but they're holding multiple bombs? Well, we don't, yeah, we kind of support multiple bombs, but we don't like actually yet, so I guess I won't worry about that. But let's have a note. What happens to other held bombs when one player gets game over? Yeah, because I'm not really sure what we'd want to do then. Probably just throw it out to random players, I guess. But anyway, okay, so the other thing I needed to do was the targeting manager. Okay, so we kind of, this is kind of annoying. We gotta sort of change this up. I mean, I guess maybe, so for these keys, I don't know. So the forward button will always go ahead of you. So maybe it should just stay relative to the player for now. Yeah, I don't know. I think, yeah, I'm not going to worry too much, I think, about the input yet, because I think we're just going to have to do more testing to see what works best. So it's probably a better idea if we get like a working game and then mess with that some more. So what we really need to do is make sure that you can't throw a bomb to a player that's in game over. I guess you can still target them. You just can't throw to them. Oh yeah, and then what also happens with bombs that are in mid-air towards a game over player? Well, that won't happen when there's only one bomb. So yeah, obviously we're gonna have to handle that somehow. But yeah. So I guess this is throw manager. Yeah, because right now we just throw to the targeting player. We don't really see about its state at all. So let's see. I don't know. I don't really need to do that. So basically, yeah, we just need to see if the player is in game over, and then if their input button is pressed, and then if so I already have like a nested thing here. Okay, let's see. So we'll return player dot game over as false, and player dot holding bombs dot count is greater than 0, and players player dot targeting player ID is game over as false. I guess I should also make sure that the player is targeting a valid player. If for some reason they can ever not be in the future. Okay, so now if the input is triggered and can throw. Right, so that cleans us up a little bit. Okay, so let's test this out. Throw to player 2, and then just let player 2 actually, okay, that's fine. So player 2 is in game over right now, so they shouldn't be able to throw. Yeah, and they can't. They can still change their target, but that's fine. They can't throw. Yeah, so what I wanted to make sure is, okay, well, there's only ever one bomb right now, so I guess we need to figure out, yeah, so when one bomb explodes, another one should appear. Okay, so that's true, because for right now, we just always want to keep one bomb in the game, I think. until, yeah, because we need to keep going until there's no more players, and then the game will be finished, or until there's only one player left. Okay, so we'll need another script. That will just I'll just call it bomb spawner. I don't know, in the future for other, I'm just thinking for other modes later on we might want to have multiple classes that will deal with this, but for now this one will just spawn a bomb every time there's not any in the list. Okay, so bar s equals find object of types, state manager. With that. Okay, for some reason it wasn't giving me that telesense option. Okay, and then on update, if bombs count is greater than or equals 0, then we'll spawn a bomb. So I guess right now we could just set this to be 0. Okay, although, yeah, we don't have like a bomb prefab. So I guess we're gonna need like to, I don't know, like a bomb prototype type thing. But okay, well, it doesn't matter. This will be easy to add in. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this stuff in this, like inside this class. So serialized field, private, game object, bomb, prefab, and then we need throw speed and I guess timer speed. I think I did call it explode speed, so. All right, and then, okay, so yeah, if bombs is 0, then we'll add a new one. So the ID, yeah, we need to have some counting, some counter here. All right, so next ID equals next ID. Okay, so throw speed equals throw speed, explode speed, and then explode progress is 0, and then the game object is just instantiate bomb prefab, and then this will be updated. It will be, I mean, it'll be positioned correctly. And then we need to increment the ID. Okay, now we can actually just delete this element. Okay, so I don't have a prefab yet, so we can just toss that in there. So throw speed and explode speed. And yeah, now we can delete this object. All right, so let's see. It should create one, although, okay, so it needs to actually place this into the hands of some player. Which, okay, for now I think I'll just like automatically plop it in there. Because, well, in the original, or in the final version, we'll want it to like fall into somebody's hands. So I guess we could add that. So that would be, so we have the throw. Can I use this same class? Well, the thing is, it doesn't, so these throws say that they originate and end at a player. So probably the best thing to do would be actually to use a different structure for it. Well, anyway, let's just do one thing at a time. We can add that in a second. Let's just randomly, well, I guess for now, let's just place it in player 1's inventory. Although player 1 could be game over. So we'll want to randomly choose a player, I guess. Okay, so let's just make a list of active players. And we don't have to really keep this up to date. And then I'll have a function down here that will just say randomly choose player. Or choose random active player. Okay, so now I'll need a list of all players, and we'll just loop through and find one that, well, find all of them that aren't in a game over state, and then just choose a random one. Oh yeah, I did that last time. Player state. Okay, so if, or yeah, we got to loop through. Equals 0. Less than players count. If players p dot is game over is false, then we'll add them to the active players list. Okay, and now we just need to choose a random one. So I guess the chosen player is, we'll just use Unity's random number generator. That will be fine. So I'll get a random entry out of the list, and then okay, so I want to make sure to clear this list and then return the chosen player. Okay, and also, yeah, so this will give us an error if active players is 0. So we just want to go ahead and preemptively make sure that we don't spawn anymore if oh, so I guess okay, we gotta do this a different way. We gotta choose this before we deal with that probably. So if active players is 0, or the length is 0, count is 0, then we'll just return -1. Okay, let's do it. I don't really like to return -1 like that because it's kind of, it's not super obvious that will happen. But since we're gonna rely on that, it'd be better if we do something like this, I think. So chosen player equals -1, and we'll return false. And then return true. Okay, so that works. And then, okay, so now, yeah, if bombs count equals 0 and try choose active player returns true, which means that there is still an active player. Okay, so now, yeah, we just want this bomb to immediately appear in the player's hold list, which is really easy to do. All right, let's increment after this. Okay. So now we need to add that to the control. Oh wait, no, I already did. I just added that last little bit. So now the bomb should appear in a random player's hands when I press play, and it is in this one. And now it should, oh, I was gonna say it should destroy, but we have an error. So let's see what happens. Also, yeah, I put game over in the wrong player, but index was out of range on... Huh? Index was out of range. On... Explode Manager 36. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. Maybe it can't find the bomb in here. I didn't delete it or something. Okay, let's print out something. Although, yeah, it's only a weird thing because it's like not giving us a very good error message. I think the problem is, yeah, it's spawning this bomb in the middle of nowhere. Let's see. Go up to the top, get rid of these messages. Okay, so it gave us an error before it even printed out. Oh, wait, maybe not because, okay, let's try this again. Let's get rid, oh, this is all the bomb index. Okay, so, all right. Let's keep going down until we get our first error. Okay, so yeah, there it is giving us -1. I'm trying to get to the first one. Hi, Nephilim. It gave index number equals 0 for a while and then -1 and started erroring. Yeah, I think that's true. Oh gosh, there's a lot of this. Okay, so the funny thing here is that it gives 0 and then the next frame it gives 1. So I guess I'm not deleting the bombs out of the list or something correctly. But this didn't happen when I was spawning bombs, or when I wasn't spawning bombs, so... Oh, jeez. Okay, I'm gonna make this easier. And let's just say if... Oh no, I was gonna say if bomb index isn't 0, but I think I just need to pause it like right away when the error goes off. Alright, I still got a ton of errors. Frame rate's too high. Okay, here's the first one. Yeah, so it goes to -1, so yeah. So that means that it can't find the bomb ID, so that this holding bombs array is getting unsynchronized. So did I mess up something here? It looked okay to me. So this would return -1 again if... Actually, I don't even know if I want it to return -1. I think I'll just throw an error. New. So yeah, we'll get better errors about this because it shouldn't ever happen. Let's see. No bomb with ID exists. Okay, so now we should get that error, which I hope will be easier to debug instead of that out of bounds error, which doesn't actually help us. Yeah, so now it's saying no bomb with ID 0 exists. And then... Okay, so yeah, now it tells us exactly what's happening. So, okay, so like I said, that means that the player holding bomb array gets out of sync. So actually, yeah, thankfully we can see what's going on. So it says player 1 has bomb 0 in their hands, but there's no bombs. So how could that happen? Did the bomb spawner not run? Because yeah, I add it to the bomb list. Let's have a debug message here so we can kind of get the order that stuff's happening. Spawn bomb. I guess we can give the chosen player as well. So do I care about the order that this happens? I guess this should, like, new bombs should be spawned at the beginning of the frame probably. So I don't know. That shouldn't really affect anything. Okay, so let's see the order this stuff happens. Okay, so it did spawn one, and then it says no bomb with ID 0 exists. Okay, so another thing. Oops, I didn't mean to start the game. Another thing is that, well, it seems like the next ID isn't being incremented correctly. Because actually, yeah, it should spawn a bomb right when the game starts. Okay, it does. So spawned ID 0 on 2. Right. Oh, I see. So it spawned bomb ID 0 on 2, and then a couple of frames go by. Oh wait, no, one frame. Yeah, it's just this get bomb index is called twice, but one frame goes by and then it spawns bomb ID 2. So I think the error is on whatever is removing the bomb isn't removing it correctly. So that would be here. So it's not removing it from the held list, I guess. But I call remove at I, so all right, let's do debug log game. Say bomb exploded. Game over. Player key. Dropping our was held at I, which should always be 0 because we only have one bomb in the list right now. Okay, so now it's giving me bombs. No bomb with ID 1 exists? Where does this happen? This happens at bomb positioner. Okay, seems like the holding array is getting corrupted, or I'm putting the data in there by mistake or something. Okay, so count -1. Remove at I. So we do remove them at a couple places. I guess when we throw a bomb, yeah, we remove. So that's, yeah, remove at 0 is fine because we're always removing the top bomb. And then we also add when a bomb is thrown to us, we add it onto the list, which is fine. We add. Okay. I'm starting to think. I don't know. This is probably fine. It's just. I wonder. Maybe having like a holding array on the players isn't the right way to do it. And it instead. Like each bomb should just have a held by player index. Oh, but they're not always held by a player, right? So we'd have to do something kind of like the throw manager and say like player holding and then have a list of stuff for that. Would that be simpler? I don't know. We'd still have to remove that stuff whenever the bomb got thrown or whatever, so I don't really know if it would improve anything. Okay, so why, when I added that debug, let's start erroring when the game started? Okay, actually, I need to look at these lists to see what's going on. Okay, so that time it didn't mess up. Okay, but now it did because... Alright, and now it's... Okay, well this all started happening here. So did I mess something up? So the chosen player holding bombs, and we add the next ID, which should match this. So let's see. So spawn ID 0 on 3. So player 3. Oh, so for some reason player 1 is... Oh, you know what? I think... Oh, okay. yeah, we start the game with player 1 holding bomb 0, which is what used to happen. I think that was messing it up. So yeah, we had a desynchronized there. Yeah, so that was kind of a silly mistake, but okay, so the bug is still happening though. So here we have ID 1, and then there's bomb 1 there, and then okay. So this is something else because nothing is even holding bomb ID 1. So where okay, this was a mistake here because I'm using the index of the holding bombs array as the bomb ID, which is not how it works. Okay, so player holding bombs B. I should actually probably just change that to I because it's not the bomb index. Okay. All right. So one problem here is that the bomb prefabs don't get destroyed. Okay, and this is something that usually happens a lot with display systems. I find when you try to do data-oriented stuff because they don't know really when a bomb is destroyed. So the easiest way to fix that is to just have like an event. You don't need to do anything fancy because this thing will probably almost definitely change. In fact, I think I'll just have a display events class or file. Okay, and then this will just have the old bomb ID. All right. Okay. Well, yeah, we'll just leave everything in this class. It's fine. So event bomb destroyed. Okay, so on the bomb. Yeah, that's true. I don't really like that the bomb spawner class also instantiates the prefab, but I guess I'll leave it for now. It'll be pretty easy to fix, but in the future, it'd be better if this also spawned an event and then we just, in that event, some other graphics class handled spawning the prefab. But I mean, this is just one line of code, so. One second, I need to blow my nose. All right, thank you for that. Allergies have been really bad lately. Okay. Anyway, I got sidetracked thinking about that. So yeah, the spawner we don't need to carry about right now. It's the bomb explode manager. Okay, so also when this is destroyed, we just need to spawn an event, which we could do a lot more with this event system, but I don't know. This is pretty simple. I don't have to come up with any special event system. So anyway, then we just will spawn a new event. Okay, and then the bomb positioner class. I think I'll just have this also handle these destroy events as well. Okay, and one thing about events is they do need to be cleared at the end of the frame. Okay, well, we can just have like an event clearer class or something. That's probably the cleanest way to do it. Okay, so for each bar E in here. Oh, the problem is the game object is going to be gone. Okay, well, that's not that big of a deal. We'll just... Okay, we can place it in here, or we could just destroy it in this class. I don't know. I don't want to couple... I don't like to couple display stuff and game logic if I can help it. So I'd almost like it even more if I could put the game object in a separate, like keep it separate from the actual bomb IDs, but since we're already handling it like this. It would be a lot safer if we did it like that, because yeah, we could leave game objects hanging if we destroy the bomb out of the data thing, but not take care of the game object itself. Okay, yeah, so I'm not going to worry about dealing with this right now because, yeah, we need to, when we get actual art, I think we're going to have to change the way this works. So I guess we'll leave that for now, but we won't actually use it. So what I want to do is have like a separate list of just like bomb prefabs, or probably be a hash map actually, and then so they'll be separate from the data structure. So when the bomb gets destroyed, we don't have to worry about like, I don't know, it being lost or something, the game object being lost. Looking for the state manager. Yeah, because I need to destroy this for now. Okay, so anyway, here we'll just destroy. Bombs. Game object. Okay. Oh, Okay, so let's make sure that this works. When a bomb destroys, it should... When a bomb is destroyed, it should, oh. Can't destroy the transform component, so I just gotta, well, yeah, it's kind of a misnomer. This is actually the transform, not the game object, but okay, yeah, so that worked. It worked for a bit. Oh, I used the bomb ID, not the index. Okay. That's kind of silly because it was right there below me. Okay, and now I'm using the bomb multiple times, so let's just grab it out of the array. Okay, so let's test. Let's test trying to throw the bombs to players that are in a game over state. So I'll let this player get a game over. Okay, and then... Oh yeah, so it wouldn't work. I tried. Yeah, it won't let me throw it. Actually... Okay, yeah, so that... Now all players are game over, but actually, yeah, when there's only one player left, the game should end, actually. So... But yeah, we don't have that. So yeah, the bomb spawner shouldn't spawn any more players if there's less than or equal to 1. Wait, it's kind of annoying. Okay, I guess I'll just make sure. I was gonna say we have to clear before we exit this function. Let's see. Bool game finish equals or I guess let's do should spawn and then if should spawn, then we'll choose one. Okay, and then we could just clear the list and return true. Or wait, no, we'll return should spawn. Okay, so now oh, I think I got it backwards. So it should spawn if, yeah, this is greater than 1. Okay, yeah, I wanted to test what happened. Yeah, if the timer ran out while I was in the air, and that did happen, but it didn't blow up. Or it didn't blow up until it reached player 1, which is what I wanted. So that's good. All right, so player 2 won. Okay, so that's all good. So now I wanted to have, instead of the bomb just appearing in the player's hand, we need to have like another type of throw where it just like enters into the game from nowhere. So okay, I guess the throw state is inside the bomb state file, which is fine. Okay, so it's pretty much the same as a throw state, except instead of having a from player, it just doesn't, because it's just coming from, I don't know, wherever bombs come from. Okay. Yeah, we could try to like adapt throw state to work from also for bombs entering, but I think it'll be cleaner if they're separate. Because I don't know, there might be some things that will work differently. Okay, so here we just need to have all right, so the bomb spawner will, instead of just placing it into the player's hand, will instead create one of those inter-game throws. Okay, so inter-game throws, add new. Okay, so the bomb ID is that. Target player is the chosen player. And the progress 0. Okay, and now the throw updater. We could have a whole other class, but basically the same. Thought I heard a cat behind me or something, but okay. So we can make a helper function here, I guess. Float compute progress. So at progress. And we could just pass the actual bomb, I guess. Okay, so this is probably not the best design, that this class increases progress and then also ends throws, but I guess it's okay for now. If that's ever a problem, we can always spin it off. Okay, so progress equals compute progress. And then if is complete. This is kind of silly, but I don't know, we might change the way this works and it'll be easier to do it just in one function. And then we'll have hand off to player. I guess we gotta have the bomb ID as well. And then this can just Okay, so the reason I'm doing this is because we want to kind of take away all the logic code from here piecemeal so that we can also just have an identical function for the other type of throws. Okay, so yeah, is complete. And then hand off to player. Okay, and now I can just copy and paste this. So update enter game throw. So I've gotta get a reference to that. Okay, so enter game throws. Okay, and yeah, I just changed that and now it's the exact same. Because actually the only difference between these is that this one has an originate player, but that doesn't really matter for the intergame throw state. So I could even make this even simpler. Which maybe I will. I'm trying to think. Is there... Well, I don't know. Like the original players, I don't know, throw speed or something might affect a normal throw and not this one. But in that case, we could just add like an additional throw speed. So okay, maybe I optimized this a little too soon there. So bool update. Oh, the problem is, yeah, I have to set the progress on the structure and they're not the same. So Unity would, since they're different types, I couldn't do that easily. So yeah, I think we'll just leave it how it is. It's there's a little bit of code that's in common, but not too bad. Okay, so I think that's all I have to do to make the intergame throws work. Oh, except, yeah, right now they won't actually be positioned correctly. And also, I'm going to make intergame throws a little slower just because so players can prepare for a bomb to fall down. Oh. Okay, so to do that, I need to have a third option here, which I probably should have added anyway. Okay, so float, speed, multiplier. Okay, anyway. All right, the display. Okay, so I need to do the same thing here, except it'll be a little bit different. for an inter-game throw. So again, since this is kind of a little bit messy because I'm probably going to change all of this display stuff. Once I want to get like the actual flow of the game pretty much complete, and then we'll come back and add art and sound. Okay, so the thing is we don't have the start player. I think I'm just going to set it as the target position plus something. So enter game extra height. You don't have to do it that way actually. So the height, so I'll just start. Yeah, so actually this will be simple. It's just the target position plus height times 1 minus p times p to give it a little bit more interest. Oh yeah, it's complaining again about float 4 and all that, or float 3 and all that stuff. Does that work? Okay. Right, let's see how that looks. No reference. Oh, I didn't get the intergame throw list. Okay, let's try that. Okay, so it just appeared on top of this player. Yeah, the intergame throws do happen. So, oh, it's because yeah, I didn't set this intergame height, so we'll set it pretty high up so it'll look like it's actually falling. Maybe a little too high. Okay, it doesn't look the best right now, but we'll deal with it. So I guess I should make sure. Well, that was too slow. I was gonna see if I could throw it before it falls down, but it's hard to tell which player. Okay, yeah, that time I was tapping the throw button for player 1 and it didn't work until it landed on player 1, so okay, I'm just gonna do it one more time to make sure. Yeah, okay, that's good. Okay, all right, so now I guess we just need something that just shows game over, player 1 has won. And then after that, we'll probably reload the scene or something. I guess it depends how I want to handle it. All right, so basically I just need a script That we'll check to see if there's no more players. And if that's true, then we'll read, I guess, this display a debug message, and then we can press space to start the game over. All right, so we'll have let's see, game complete watcher. Okay, and okay, so this will just have, yeah, it'll just loop through every player and see if there's only one alive. So it's going to be kind of duplicating code from the bomb. So I might change the bomb spawner to use a message from this, which I guess probably gonna have to put it in the game state. So this has the num players. Let's have public bool is complete, and then we're gonna need the winning player. Okay, so this will get the game state object. Okay, and on update, basically we'll just do the same thing as we did in the bomb spawner. Well, I guess it'll be a little different because we'll just need to see if there's any that are alive. Let's see. So int alive, or let's not use alive, active player. So it starts at -1, and then if we find any player that's still active, then we know that the game isn't complete. Well, actually, wait. If we find, yeah, we need to find one and only one player that's still active. Okay, so int num active is 0. Okay, so if that's true, then we can set our increment num active and then set active player to that. And then if num active equals 1, okay, so actually there's something here. So if there's no active players, then it's like a draw. So we should probably handle that. So complete, let's see, game complete state. So in progress, and then we have 1 and a tie. Okay, so if num active is 1, then game dot complete state equals 1, and then the winning player is this active player. And else if num active is 0, then the game state complete state equals high. And also we only have to check this if, no, I did double ifs there. So if the complete state is in progress, otherwise we don't have to check this. Okay, and then in the bomb spawner, I'll check. We'll just make sure that the game hasn't been completed yet. That way we don't have to worry about duplicating any code. Okay, so if bombs count, okay, let's do this. So if game state dot complete state is in progress and bombs 0, and then it can choose a random player. Okay, so now we can make this a little simpler. We'll just have it that if active player count, well, I guess we'll just change this back to how it was before. So if active player count is greater than 0, but that'll be blocked by this. So let's add that. Okay, and also I'll add it to the execution order. It should go pretty quickly. Okay, actually, it needs to go before the bomb spawner, so probably even go before input, because some input might change. Actually, no, the input shouldn't ever change, but all right, so we'll go with that. Okay, so let's see if it updates correctly. Probably recolor these players if they're at game over. Okay, so yeah, player 2 won. So that's good. And yeah, no more bombs are spawning. Okay, so the other thing that should happen is a couple other of these classes, like the throw manager. We shouldn't allow players to throw when the game is complete. Also, while I'm doing this, I want to go ahead and add support for pausing, because that's kind of annoying to add later on. So let's just do is pause. So yeah, basically just if we're paused, then let's do private. Then we'll just won't want to allow you to continue. So game, or let's say in game state. This will return the game state dot. Yeah, so it needs to be in progress and also not paused. Okay, so I'm gonna copy this because you pretty much need to add this to any class that reacts to input. So that would be throwing and changing the target. Here. Right, so let's do if in, oops. So if we're not in the game state, then we'll just return. Okay, and then oh, I already have it. Oh yeah, because we had to know the number of players. Okay. So is there anything else that uses input? I think that's it. Okay, and then yeah, nothing. We don't have, like, we can't actually activate pause yet, but I wanted to go ahead and add support for it. I mean, I guess we can go ahead and test it. So basically, yeah, anything else that uses, like, we don't really have to do the timers. Like, the timers don't really need to stop when it's paused because we'll set the time scale to 0. Although, yeah, if that starts causing bugs, the only thing is that sometimes it can be a pain to, if you ever want something to animate during the pause menu, it can be a little bit difficult to get that to work, but all right, so we need the game state. Oh, yeah, it's the state manager. Okay, so one thing I don't do is there's no input for pausing, so let's see. Okay, so I'll just need to add a pause button for each of these players. And then in the input, we'll add another triggered button for pausing. Alright, so player dot input dot pause button equals update button. Player input pause. Okay. Alright, so now that's all done. Okay, so now we need to get a list of the players so we can check all their inputs. And yeah, in case like multiple players press pause, you usually want to make it so that pause can't be disabled for like a second after being enabled, but we can deal with that later. Void update. So okay, so we don't need to pause if the game is not in the in progress state. So if game complete state equals in progress, then bool pause triggered is false. So we just need to loop through each player. Input pause button. Wait. Yeah, so I actually need to do count there. Okay, so pause. So okay, we'll use this operator here, which just means if pause, it's basically the same as pause equals pause or software, kind of like plus equals, but with an or operator. So there, if any player has triggered the pause button, then we'll flip the pause state here. And then if we're paused, then we'll set the time scale to 1. Otherwise, we'll set it to 0, and this just stops delta time from changing. Or delta time will be 0 when the time scale is 0. Okay, so I think that's pretty much all I have to do here. And yeah, this is easiest to implement pausing really quick, because the more systems you've got going that you make without pause being possible, the harder it is to add it in. So that's why I kind of want to do it early. Okay, so now I need to add a pause button for each of these players. All right, let's just do, I mean, I don't know. I guess I should test on a different button for each of them. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll just put it on button 5. All right, and so this one's R, so this will be the next button. Which is key. Yeah, I'm just kind of going horizontally on the keyboard for each player, because there's kind of 4 rows of keys, so it makes sense. Okay, so this was F. So the next one will be G. Okay, and this is V, so next will be B. Okay. So let's see if I press. Okay, so no, it's giving me an error already. Pause manager. Oh, I didn't get the players list. Also, probably should make sure it's activates. Oops. Or it runs pretty quick in the, or pretty early in the list. Still something wrong. Oh, I don't get the game state. Okay, so now if I pause, oops, there we go. Oh, it says this pause is false though. Oh, I think so is pause is false. Oh yeah, I think yeah, so if is pause, the timescale should be 0. I did that backwards. Okay, yeah, so we can see it's paused right now and the explode progress isn't increasing. And I can't throw with that player either, so and I can't change targeting modes either. So that's good. And then if I turn it back on, then I can start changing targeting modes again. All right. Okay, so now we just need something that will restart the game when somebody presses like a menu forward button. Okay, so for that, I'm going to preemptively add a bunch of buttons here. Okay, so menu, we just want menu forward and menu back. And okay, I'm just going to make it be the throw and then the target left button because, yeah, these are just kind of temporary bindings anyway. So menu forward. All right, kind of, I know it's very fun, exhilarating work. But I do kind of like this system, at least in the new input, because it's nice to be able to have this, like this interface is way better than the old system, I think. All right, and then menu backward. Oops. Started adding capitals. Oh, that's true. I'm supposed to not have capitals in any of these, so I need to go back and fix that. Why did it do it like that? Okay, don't click on another one until you press enter. Oh, that's annoying. Seems like we found a bug. Yeah, if you try to change the capitalization of something, it thinks you're creating a new one, so you have to do it twice to get rid of that. Not critical, but kind of annoying. Oops. Okay. All right, so that's good. Now in the so for the player state, we need to make 2 more buttons here for the menu forward button and the menu backward button. Excuse me. What's a stream without a sneeze, seems like. I'm thinking about this. Since we're gonna have different, that's okay. I mean, the state stuff, like this only exists during the play phase of the game, so this backwards, we might not even need to update the backwards button right now, but whatever. Okay. So yeah, now we just need to make like a game restart. And this glass will almost definitely just be a temporary thing, but because right now I think I'm just going to make it so that if the winning player or just any player presses continue when the game is over, it will just reload the scene. Okay, so first we're gonna need the game scene. Yes, that's the scene to reload. Don't know why Visual Studio decided to do that. And then we just need to get. Okay, so actually this is gonna be a lot like the pause manager, so I think I'll just start with this class as the base. Okay, but instead of this, we'll use the menu forward button. Yeah, we can do it if forward or backward, actually. Yeah, so just change this to and then we want to change that so that the complete state is not in progress. So if it's pressed, then we'll just call scene manager. Load scene. Can you give it the string name? Okay, you can. Okay, so this will just load the scene again and everything will start over. I don't know, for the final thing we might want to have a way just to reset the scene so that we don't have to load the whole thing again. And since everything is data oriented, that won't really be too difficult to do. Okay, so I need to add I need to add the scene to the build settings. Oh, right there was staring me in the face. Okay. Okay, so this is gameplay test. Let's see what happens. First of all, I'm pressing the throw button, which is also the menu accept button, and the game isn't restarting, so that's a good sign. Okay, so now the game is won, so I'm gonna press. Okay, so it restarted. I don't know why the lighting turned off, but that's okay, I guess. Yeah, what happened to the global illumination? That's really weird. But yeah, at least we can play multiple games now. Okay. So here we got most of the game actually up and going. So we need to do, there's a bunch of more stuff we have to do, of course. But I think now we need to focus on presentation for a bit. And once we've got that going, we can do the I'm trying to say like randomization. So I don't know why I couldn't think of that word random. So like the links of the bomb fuses are all the same length, so it's really kind of boring. You can just hold onto it and then throw it right before the bomb is about to explode. So we need to make that a bit more random. And then we'll be able, once we have the base game all done, we'll be able to move on to the Mario Party 2 version, and then a kind of fun version where we add whatever else we want to do. But yeah, I think this is a pretty good stopping point. And I'm not exactly sure what I want to do with the art yet, so I'll probably think about it until the next stream. So yeah, I think I'll go ahead and call it tonight. But thanks everybody for coming by and watching. I really appreciate it. I'll be live on Friday, like usual. Friday at 9 US Eastern time. Because I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern. And I also have a YouTube channel where I upload a bunch of different YouTube tutorials if you're interested in that kind of thing. And a Discord where I like to chat or just help you out with any kinds of game development questions. So yeah, if you're interested in any of that, I'll put links in the chat. And but yeah, I'll see you Friday, and thanks everybody for coming by. All right, have a good night. Bye-bye.